What's up, guys? Yep, this is me. This is my hand. You're probably wondering how I got myself into this sticky situation. And that's thanks to this guy. This is Avalanche, my male blue tree monitor from the island of Batanta. And today, we start socializing him. For real this time. So this is going to be the start of the socialization journey with our blue tree monitor. My voice, again, sounds a little bit messed up because I'm still a little bit sick. Now, if you guys remember a while back when I did the Argus Monitor Socialization series with Blue, there were a couple steps that I used to kind of get him used to my presence. One of those was just sitting in front of the enclosure. He is obviously not comfortable with our presence to much of a degree. So these first couple sessions, we're just gonna be sitting here in front of the enclosure. You guys know this enclosure. This is not the one he's usually in. This is Venus's old enclosure. Now, I told you guys a while back that I want to do some renovations and some switching of enclosures, and that Avalanche's enclosure, the one that he's usually in, the 5x4x8, is just not really working. And it's not working for a variety of reasons. I will link that video of everything right up there in the top corner. So why is he in this temporary 4 by 4 by 2.5 foot deep? Now, of course, this enclosure is not one that I would recommend him to be in for a permanent enclosure. There are people who even breed blue tree monitors in enclosures a little bit smaller than this. I'm not too big of a fan of that, but it works for them. Truly, is he not absolutely stunning, guys? So I'll give you guys a walkthrough of the enclosure. So again, it's Venus's own enclosure. Huge enclosure. So 4 feet across, 3'9" tall, so almost 4 feet, and then 2.5 feet front to back. So it's got a fully custom wall that we made with foam, concrete, and dry lock. And of course we have tons of cork for him to hide in. So we've got this big piece right here, which is the main basking area. He can get in there and get warm, but also hide. And then we have another spot right in the corner in case he wants to get cooler. Obviously our water, food cups, this heat pad is not on. I just haven't taken it out. And then we've got some plants in here, man. So we've got some pothos, got some Swiss cheese monstera, and we have Spanish moss. This is the setup. Now, of course, this is not the optimal amount of space for a blue tree monitor. But again, this is just temporary while we fix his old enclosure. So with this series, you guys are finally going to get an actual look at Avalanche. He's still flighty. Now, the thing is, I am on the floor. The reason I'm on the floor is because this enclosure's on the floor and I need to be below him. See, if I'm above him, it'll be like I'm a predator towering over him. But since I'm below him and he's up a little bit higher, he feels more safe. So we're gonna open this door or this window. He might run, but we're just gonna be super gentle. It's important to talk so they hear your voice. Just take a look at that beautiful animal. Now, of course, before I moved him, I didn't feed him for a couple days, so he's a little bit thinner. But I do have some food in there that he hasn't eaten yet, but he will get around to it. He just made a big mess right there, which we have to clean up. So he's defecating, he's doing good. The humidity in here is perfectly how I need it to be. Temperatures are good. But we're just gonna sit here with him, and we're just gonna allow him to get comfortable with our presence. Because at this point in time, that's the most important thing, is that he knows we can be around him and we're not gonna touch him, we're not gonna grab him or hurt him. So here's a little bit more of the plants. Of course, we've got our monstera, pothos, palm fronds. So right now, he's not really too thrilled that we're here. As you can see, not a lot of tongue flicking going on. You can kind of see it in his eyes that he's not too happy that we're here right now. Not a whole lot of movement going on with his tongue, with his head. And right now he's just trying to see whether or not he needs to go into that cork tube and get away from us. But the constant opening and closing of this window right here is gonna allow him to get comfortable with us working in and around the enclosure. As you can see, there's tons of places for him to hide if he needs to. But right now we're kind of in a stalemate of whether he doesn't know whether I'm gonna go in there and grab him because I've had to take him out of his enclosure and put him in here, or whether I'm gonna leave him alone. So we're just gonna sit here, man, and we're just gonna watch him. I'm not even gonna reach my hand in the enclosure right now. That fecal matter, I'm just gonna clean it when he goes to sleep so he doesn't even see me reach in. Now, of course, there's a chance that this animal never becomes fully social and he never trusts me. But while he's in here in this holding enclosure and he's in the perfect parameters and he's in a little bit of a smaller space where he's focused to kind of come out more, I think it's a great opportunity for us to see if we can get more of a bond with him, if we can socialize him more. Of course, socializing is not the first priority on the list. Absolutely not. But having him comfortable with me and having him not freak out and spaz out is definitely an important thing. Whoa. Guys, I'm sorry for interrupting your amazing video you're watching, but I just had to come out here and make a quick announcement. A lot of you guys have been asking for me to bring the merch back. So right here, I decided we're gonna bring some merch back, man. Right here, the video you're watching about Avalanche, boom, on a shirt. This design was graciously, bro, what was that little twitch? I don't ever want to see that again. Bestowed upon me by my dog. Her Instagram is right here on the screen. Obviously, light skin. She does a bunch of amazing work like this, different forms of art. She does digital art. She'll do animation. She does a whole bunch of really cool stuff, guys, and paintings, digital paintings. Go check out her IG again. It'll be right here on the screen. Look at how sick this turned out. This is Avalanche right here, my blue tree monitor that you guys are watching the video on right now. We got the little Will Exotic thing. If you guys want to go and cop a shirt, if you want to go bless up, it will be the first link in the description, as well as the link will be posted in the comments, guys. If you guys are members of the Patreon, there's a massive discount for you. There you guys go. There's your motivation. For as little as $2 a month, you can sign up to the Patreon and have a discount on this piece of merch and everything else we release. Because I definitely will be putting out more, especially with this design, guys. She slid on this, man. This is crazy. All right, back to the video, guys. When I was taking him out, I did receive a bite. And a bite from a blue tree monitor, or any tree monitor, but especially a blue tree monitor, is not something I was looking forward to, okay? As I needed to adjust some of the misting nozzles in his enclosure. So I needed to remove him so I didn't stress him out too much. And in doing that, he was super cold. So I picked him up and he snaked around slowly and tagged me right in between the thumb and the index finger. And he just tagged me and then he let go. He wasn't warm, so he didn't latch on. He didn't shake his head, none of that, thank God. So it felt like someone kind of poured acid on my hand, bleeding absolutely everywhere. After the bleeding stopped, it felt like someone had smashed my hand with a hammer. So, the pain persisted, the swelling came, the swelling went, and I wasn't able to really move my finger for a good 7-8 hours. I went to sleep, I woke up the next day, I ended up feeling a lot better. My hand is still a little bit sore, to be honest, like my thumb where I got tagged. It was not something I want to experience again, and I need him to be comfortable with me so that he doesn't ever feel the need to bite again. Now, of course, I don't blame this biting on Avalanche at all. I should have been more careful. I should have been more gentle with him. Probably shouldn't have even removed him. I probably should have let him go hide and then mess with the nozzles. So we live and we learn. Blue tree monitor bites are not fun. He is just the absolute most gorgeous reptile I've ever seen in my life. How beautiful are those blues? This is the first time you guys ever really get to get a good look at him, man, because he was always hiding in that other enclosure. But sometimes you gotta do different things, gotta move people around, or move animals around, and we get the chance to see them up close and interact with them. I can't tell you how bad I wanna touch his tail, but of course I'm not gonna do that. I don't wanna break these small threads of trust that we are building. Because him and I don't have many threads of trust. We have a lot of threads of distrust from the times he's escaped, the times I've had to remove him from his enclosure and put him in. So we are starting below zero, guys. He does not think of me very highly, but we'll get there. A lot of the times I'll make these sudden moves and he'll jerk. So do not be mistaken. He's still right now, standing still, but this is not curiosity. This is fear. This is a fear response, guys. Hoping that I'll just leave him alone. And we are gonna leave him alone, but we're gonna close this door gently. I would say this has been a neutral to positive interaction. He didn't spaz out, he didn't freak out. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna gently close this door. Lock it so that he doesn't escape. And we're just gonna get out of here. very, very slowly and quietly. All right, y'all. So he's just chilling. He's just trying to find a way out right now. So we're gonna walk over there and see if he runs or kind of what it is. If we can kind of, he doesn't know I'm here yet, but we're gonna see if I can get right next to the enclosure. So I'm looking in the glass of his old enclosure. He hears me. He definitely hears me. So we're gonna scoot this chair over here and see what he does. So at the moment I'm talking. I'm letting him know that I am in the room, so that he's not gonna be surprised when I walk over here next to him. Right, so I don't know where he's at, but he's in the corner right now, right? Okay, so he looks like he's on the side, and we're just gonna sit right down here. There he is. So he's got a little bit of blood on his mouth because obviously his teeth are so sharp that they cut his gums. So he's obviously not a fan of the camera, but he is beautiful. Put my hand right here. So we got the hand, and we got our monitor. I'm just gonna let it sit there. Okay, I'm gonna try and get this on video, guys, but I was able to touch his tail. Ready? Just gently touching his tail. Not getting any tongue flicks yet. If we can get one tongue flick. See if we can get a tongue flick. This is the first time I've ever touched him, and he hasn't ran. So now we're gonna gently remove our hand, very, very slowly, okay? And we're gonna close this up, very, very gently. Don't wanna make any noise if we can avoid it. He's still calm. He's still calm. Let's latch it and let's get the heck out of here. And that'll be one of our first positive threads. We're just gonna get out now, guys. Basically what happened is he saw that I touched him and that nothing bad happened to him. So now he's thinking like, what the heck? This guy can touch my tail and nothing bad will happen? So I'm hoping that kind of lays the framework for future interactions. It is a little warm in here and he's been glass surfing a little bit, so I'm gonna put a fan on to kind of take down the heat a little bit. But my goodness, is he not gorgeous? I don't even want to freak him out right now. Let's get out of here. So there we go, guys. Yes, of course the fan has to come on. I forgot to film an outro, so we're gonna go ahead and film an outro now. But there we go, guys. There is the first video in the socialization, taming, friend, trust building process with our male blue tree monitor Avalanche. But there it is, guys. After getting bit, we were able to touch his tail. We were able to get a couple positive interactions. I want to update you guys on him every so often, guys. I want to make this a kind of a consistent series amongst all of our other videos. So if you guys do find interest in this, make sure you guys go smash the like button, smash the subscribe button, man, hit the notification bell. We're so close to 3K. That is our goal by the end of 2023 is 3K. We're sniffing it, guys. We're right there, nose to, anyways. Subscribe, guys, like the video, share the video with anyone you know that has tree monitors or lizards. Anyone that you know has 2 eyes, make sure to share this video with them. Even if they have 1 eye, even if they don't have any eyes, I don't discriminate. Share this video with them. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. I will see you guys in the next video. But cop you a shirt, man, because these are crazy.